I'm back again in my YouTube channel Kanu Sir, and my name is Pawan Kanu, and I'm here back again to explain the topics related to force. And in the second part of this force, here I'm going to explain about Newton's universal law of gravitation, effects of gravity, and the results or the consequences of gravitation. So before understanding the Newton's universal law of gravitation, you can go back to my video, look up in the I button there, and you will come to know how I have explained about the gravity and gravitation there in the previous video. Now let us see this Newton's universal law of gravitation. Everybody in the universe means from micro to the macro organisms, macro objects to the macro objects, small objects to the bigger objects. Every object in the universe attract each other with a force. So there is attraction between everybody in each other with a certain force. The board is attracting to me, camera is attracting to me, my body is attracting to the camera, my body is attracting to the board also. Everybody is attracting each other, but our attraction is negligible. But when it comes in context of heavenly bodies, there we get the effect of gravitation. So it is called they attract each other with a force called gravitation. That is called gravitation. So by Newton, he found that their gravitation is directly proportional to the product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. So let us keep any object here, m1, mass m1, and this one is mass m2. So this is the center of mass A, and this one is the center of mass B, and the distance between the center of mass A and mass B is d. So according to Newton's universal law of gravitation, condition number 1, the force of attraction or the force of gravity between two objects, force of gravitation between two objects is directly proportional to the product, means the multiplication of mass 1 into mass 2, and in the second case is an inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their center. Distance between their center is d, and square of the distance between their center means d square, but inversely proportional means just when the distance increases, the force of gravitation decreases. So inversely means 1 is to d square. So here we come to know if mass between two objects increases, then the force of gravitation will also increase. That is why I say the heavenly bodies experience or make us experience more gravity, but low or small object will have a negligible gravity. Means there is gravitation, but it is very less. But for heavenly body, we can feel the gravitation. And similarly, if the distance increases, then the force of gravitation will also decreases. So more far, like sun is far from the earth. That is why the reason earth is not getting closer to the sun. It is at a certain regular fixed distance so that we are surviving here. Otherwise, if the force of gravitation of the sun will be more, or the distance between the sun and the earth becomes less, then we may not survive like now we are surviving here on earth. Now, combining both equation 1 and 2, we will get force is directly proportional to the product of the masses and square of the distance between them. And this symbol is our proportionality symbol. When we change it into the equal sign, then there comes a constant value g, that is called gravitational constant m1 m2 upon d square. Now how this g has come? There is a logic behind it. You can see like 1 upon 2 in your calculator gives 0.5. Similarly 2 upon 4 in your calculator will still gives 0.5. It means 1 upon 2 is equals to 2 upon 4. And what is the common here? 1 upon 2 is 2 upon 2 times 1 upon 2. Yes, you understood this? 1 upon 2 is 2 upon 2 times 1 upon 2, and hence 1 upon 2 is equals to, this is a constant value k times 1 upon 2. So here we can write 1 upon 2 is proportional to 2 upon 4, and if you change the proportional sign, if you write some value, then you will write 2 upon 2. In the same sense, the proportional sign is changed to the constant sign, and the constant sign is also fixed value, constant value, that is g, and where value of g is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. So this is all about Newton's universal law of gravitation. And next topic now, effects of gravity. So there are 3 effects of gravity I have noted down. There are many, but among them 3 are popular here. Number 1, water flows from high land to the low land. Water falls from high land to the low land. So why it is so? Because molecules of water are attracted towards the center of the earth, and water is the smaller object and earth is a bigger object. So there is a gravitation between water and the earth, and in that case water falls towards the gravity of the earth. The same way atmospheric air doesn't escape away from the atmosphere, because atmospheric air is very thin and the molecules are far apart, and that is why the molecules will get attracted toward the center of the earth, but molecules cannot attract the earth towards upward. And that is why the reason the gravity, because of the gravity, the molecules may not or cannot go out of the atmosphere or out of the gravitational reach of the earth. The next is the upward thrown body moves back to the surface of the earth. So when I throw this object up, it comes back. Why it comes back? It should go up away. But why it comes down? Because there is nothing to let it pull up. But there is one invisible force, that is gravitational force, gravity of the earth, that pulls it back and down towards my hand again. So this is the example of upward thrown body moves back to the surface of the earth. And next is the consequences of gravitation. Because of the gravitation, the revolution of planets around the sun takes place. So the planets are in a fixed direction between each other, and that is why each other pulls, all the planets are pulling each other, and neither of them goes close to each other, but they remain a constant direction, constant distance between them, and keep rotating, revolving around the sun. And the same way, formation of tides in the sea, the upper and lower tides, the tides keep going upward or coming downward, and high tides keep coming upward and lower, downward. That is all because of the gravitation. Because when moon during its revolution around the earth, in some cases the distance between the earth and the moon becomes less, and if most of the part of the earth is water, or you can say ocean, then oceanic water will get attracted towards the mass of the moon, and hence the rising tide takes place, because some amount of water tries to be go up, or the mass of the moon will try to pull the water level upward. In that case, the high tides occurs. And next is existence of the solar family and constellations. So what is constellation here? Constellation is a fixed group of stars that revolve around a particular planet, a particular star with a fixed distance. Or constellations just keep revolving around a galaxy, not a star, a galaxy, group of stars. So in a certain point, and the distance will remain same always. The distance between 3-4 stars remains always same. Then that makes them constellation, and that is all existed because of the gravitation. So this was for today, and this was for this topic here, and I will be giving you some other topics also related to force, and I think I will be solving some numerical questions related to this, and some logical questions, some reasonable type of questions will be given, will be explained in the next video. Till then, keep practicing, keep reading, and keep memorizing these topics. They are very important, and don't forget to share this video among your friends also. This video will be helpful to you all students who are studying in grade 10 science. So keep practicing, keep reading, keep memorizing. Bye.